Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to this tutorial. Um, we will understand in this tutorial and trying to simulate the shape of Herschel Shapiro, that trendy and the famous one that he is creating. He is popular now with organic precision. That he has two popular shape, and we will try to understand in this tutorial. Okay, so the first one is normally two shapes inside integration of two shapes, and in between you add the direction and the movement of the shapes or whatever the design you want. And the other one is just one base and repeated internally, and each circle or each base contain a point divided into many points, and this point at the end will create a, like wavy lines and repeated p60. So if this is the base point and you want your shape to be something like this one, you can say it like this one, and the point extruded up to some profile and connect the solid shape. And from the top point you can add like attractor. It's an optional attractors in rotation or just variation of the height. Like this is the next one and the third one, and to be arrayed in all shape in the entire shape. And I will show you the script which is in a normal case. We will not add any advanced. This is your practice will going to be. So for the attractor is this part. So normally the process is define your shape or base geometry base, and think about it first. Any Grasshopper script, you have to think in a sketch or just find a pencil and paper and check first with yourself, understand the script, understand how to start, how to develop it, how to improve it, and make it minimal as much as you can to easy reuse it in the future. So let's start with the scripts. Okay, so first draw your circle, and here it's just one circle, and we want to add another circle. You can just increase the number of circles by holding the shift and connect it with the radius, and it will create a second circle. No need to create this component or duplicate. And the first one, the radius is the first number, and the second number is for the second circle. Okay, it takes some time. We will just undo. Okay, just let me turn off this. Okay, so the first part is creating our shape. The second part is, let's hide this. The second part is for the outer circle. So you if you want to make it in the center, okay, or just add some movement to it in the corner. Okay, the third part is creating the pattern, which is in our case it's diamonds. I want just to reduce this number to avoid any lagging or delays. Okay, so these two circles added in a loft component to have the surface, then from the surface connected to the diamond, and this diamond from lunchbox. Then merge the panels and the triangle panels, which is in the corner here and there. If you want to use it, you can connect the panels. If you don't want to use it, just ignore it. So merge the two data. The first data is the diamond, and the second data is the triangle panels. And here, this one is prep join, just to join the outer triangle panels, and both are used as a merge versus, just to let the script understand it as a one connected geometry. Then from this component, create the polylines of it to get the centers of it. So this will lead us to the fourth part, which is the whole magic happens, the movement of the scaling, which is, in our case, we want to move the profile up, this one, move it from the base, scale it down, and move it up. And here is the movement. And the final one is connect the surface, bake it, and here, as you see, there's an optional part which is the attractor, to add more, to make it like more dramatic if you want. And I used the random component to add the range. The range is the domain, which is between the 1 and 4. 1 and 4 means the movement in z direction, starting from 1 and ending to 4. Add it to the range, and the number is how many items or indices we want to uh, distribute this range. And the logic here is the numbers of these shapes, and we can get it from geometry, from here, the scaling, or just or from the center, as you want, and connect it to the list length to get the number, and connect it, which is, we have like 1194. Then seeds for just changing the variation, and from random add it to the factor, and the factor, of course, it's a z direction connected with the movement component. And the last one is the loft. It's from Ngon plugin, which is connected to curves. If you can use any loft component if you don't have this one. This will add something like this in a dynamic and randomized, but I don't prefer it. You can use the attractor to make it more smoothly as you want. This is your practice. Make it equally moving from the center to the outer, moving up, or you can add some rotation as in the image. Maybe we can practice this in the future together. Okay, so this is the first script. Okay, the second script is simply creating a point from Grasshopper, adding extruded with the lines from this point to create the radius of the circle, the revolution to create a base of the circle. You can just avoid this step and add directly circles in Rhino. Okay, the second part is the most important plugin, which is we used in the previous script, which is in Ngon. It's very important, really. You have to download it from foodforrhino.com. So connect the surface and play with this number u, v, and parameters, just to have the shape as you see. So I think This plugin is the secret of the of this kind of shapes. Then the collision is to avoid any to avoid the outer border and removing this triangle. If you invert this one, you can pick the outer one and invert to keep the internal shapes, which is better. Then the last part is scaling the shape with, let's hide this, and having the centers. And as we do in the first script, you can just add the shape or any shape you want using this point, or you can extrude the lines. So let's try to extrude these. Okay. You have like, yeah, see this line, you can control this line by a tractor, rotation, make an arcs, and as I told you, we can, if you want, we can practice this together and get it more advanced. Let's see if we make this shape. Okay, so that's it. You will find both scripts in the description below. Join the Telegram community to find it. And as always, keep learning every day.